Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers, and you can transform your life. Right now on WHFS in Tampa and WWNN in South Florida, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2 hours, listen and call in toll-free, 888-565-1470, 888-565-1470, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and share love and light.
There Oh, yes, indeed. There's a light right here on WHFS and live on WWNN. We are answering your questions all across the nation. 888-565-1470. And tonight, well, February the 2nd, 2/2/2022. That's a lot of twos. And what are these twos done for us lately? Well, we're going to bring in some balance. We're going to bring in some harmony for ourselves in this February month. This is the month of love, so put out that love energy. Those of you looking to create love, manifest love, and be love. This is the love energy. We're going to be talking about love throughout the month. But tonight, we're going to open up and we're going to get some divine guidance. Do you ever feel that you need to know divinely what to do next, and you're looking for that feeling, that prompting, that intuition to come over you? Well, tonight we're going to seek that guidance. And you may ask, but Sarah, how do I find divine guidance? How do I align with that inner knowing, that sense of, I have peace, I know I'm making the right decision? The greatest way we can align is to observe nature, see how nature flows, and do our best to emulate the flow of nature, to go with the flow and to be in the stillness. When the bird sits on a branch and the branch begins to move from the wind, it doesn't panic. It just holds on and goes with the harmony of the wind as the bird begins to sway along with the branch of the tree. And earlier I was talking to someone and I said to them, why is it that every time something around us changes, we get nervous, especially if it's something we're not anticipating? Why is it that change makes humans nervous? Now, we have been through some great changes over the past few years, and, well, let's look back 10, 20, 30, 40 years. There's always been changes. Some just seem to hit a little closer to home, or the changes are a little more uncomfortable at times. But change is part of nature. Change is part of life. When you're born, you grow, you change, you evolve. We are all evolving. And when the tree is there in all of its glory, in its beauty, and the winter chill begins to come, and the leaves begin to turn, and then the leaf falls off, the tree doesn't bend down and panic and wither away because the leaf has fallen off. The tree stands strong. It braves the cold winter. It holds its position and its firmness, and it rides through the uncomfortable period, and it hibernates in the stillness of a cold winter's night, awaiting for the warmth to come to rebirth the leaves and regenerate its youth. And essentially, we as humans, we have that opportunity to sit, to be still, to rebirth ourselves in the process of life and through change. Every night when you lay your head upon your pillow, there's this magnificent opportunity to heal yourself, to align yourself with your guides and angels, for your spirit to soar to a new height, and to interact with other souls that you've met. In the dream state, we are being prepared, we are learning, we are growing, we are working with our guides, our angels, we are reuniting with our loved ones from the other side, and we are also ironing out entanglements of people from the past. So many times when I sit with people, Spirit makes me aware of unusual dream patterns and busy dreams and dreams that are old people that are no longer in our life. So gosh, why are we dreaming about them? Because the soul, the energy, the spirit, the emotions that are bottled up inside, they so need to release the emotions and whatever disharmony and discord are attached to those experiences. or whatever loss or mourning, or whatever longing to see them again, to be with them. Have you ever had a dream of a long-lost boyfriend or girlfriend? Maybe the one who got away? Have you ever had that dream and just felt so real to be back with them for just a moment? Or what about that ex? You know, that ex that was just horrific, and the experience was just so tumultuous and maybe karmic and uncomfortable and created a break in your life. In that time that you couldn't release that energy, then you finally break free. And now here we are dreaming of that experience. The body is purging, the emotions are purging, and on a soul level, yes, you're still connecting with them in some way so that you can release what binds the two of you together of a karmic entanglement. We are all connected, and our work is not done when we close our eyes. And when we sleep, our body has an opportunity to rest, to hibernate like the tree on a cold winter's night. And for those of us in South Florida, we had a couple of cold winter nights. And for our friends all across the nation, most of the nation, you're in that cold weather. It makes you want to snuggle and relax and hold in your energy and not brave the cold, as invigorating as it may be. It's your moment of stillness. Stillness is when you hear the whisper of God. Stillness is when you can feel what feels right. But how many of you create new ideas and decisions on the fly, and you're running from thing to thing, and perhaps you don't have the time to really allow it to percolate and create the best outcome? Or maybe you rush to make a decision because something around you has changed, and now you feel that you're forced. Landlord says, hey, we're raising the rent, so you feel forced to go out and get a new apartment, a new place to live. And so in your rush and your fear and your need to say, I need to make sure that I'm covered and that I am not without a home, you rush off and you create a new spot out of fear, out of being pushed, as opposed to allowing yourself to create and bring the perfect spot. Now, I know you'll say to me, but Sarah, inventory is small, prices are high. The odds of my finding the perfect spot, they're not in my favor. Well, then the odds are not in your favor if you feel that way. It's in this divine guidance that you will land at the perfect place that wasn't available. Nobody really knew it was for rent, but you happen to show up at a building or a complex or a development, and you hear on the inside track before it's advertised, something's available, and you submit your paper, and somehow you get in, and everything moves forward. We have to trust these processes. We have to believe that something greater is working in our favor at all times. And when you're with the divine and you are seeking that guidance, there's a stillness that comes over the entire body. The breathing changes. There's a sense of oneness, completion. There's a sense of peace. And the breathing rhythm begins to change. And you begin to become aware of the sounds in the silence that you've never heard before. Because in the silence, in the stillness, you can hear the crackle of the air. You can hear the brushing of something outside you never noticed before. And you can hear your own breath in the stillness of the room. These things align you to divine guidance. They prepare you for receiving the messages that are for you and only for you. And as a co-creator in the vibration of love, in the vibration of a powerful energy that fuels an entire universe, you are one at all times. And you have available to you all the tools necessary to create the life you want. So where does this disconnect come from? How do we feel separate from God, separate from the divine, separate from the Creator? However you refer to the great oneness. Well, it's in the distraction of the world. It's in the need to control, the need to prevent change unless it's directed by us. and directed by us in the way that makes us feel good. And often that is driven by our ego, our personality, our need to be shown out into the world so the world sees us as we'd like them to see us. It's a journey. And so how do we separate ourselves from those external feelings, those very well-meaning experiences of wanting to be maybe in the public eye or noticed or wanting success? There's nothing wrong with wanting these things and choosing to be recognized, stepping into your power, being accomplished, becoming educated, creating a business, a corporation, creating a community, whatever you choose to do. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to do these things. These are the birthrights that you have brought into this life that are here for your creation. But it's where it comes from within. It's the development of the intention and what is the motivating factor, the force of energy that's fueling you. These are the things that determine whether the outcome is birthed in ego and personality and all the things that are for show, or birthed in humility and the desire to be the best human being of service and accomplish great things and have a legacy that has made a difference in the world, that your energy, your presence on earth will be felt, even if it's the simplest of ripple, like a stone thrown into a river. That ripple goes beyond ways that you cannot ever see. How do you choose to create, and what guidance do you seek from the divine? And where are you on the journey? What do you need to let go of in this journey? Many of us let go of many things, many experiences we had to change based on external world conditions. So we've made adjustments, right? You put on your big girl boots and you went off. You put on your big boy pants and you went out into the world and you said, okay, I'm going to cope, I'm going to deal, I'm going to be able to accomplish what I want. But I have to look at it differently. And it took a while for us to get used to that. So now that we're in this flow of realizing that things don't feel the same, they don't look the same. So we need to change how we play the game of life, how we interpret the experiences, and how we show up in life. We want these past 2 years of stillness and separation to be worth something. We want them to have shown us that you alone, just you, make a difference. And you alone, just you, are worthy. And you alone, just you, are powerful. And that when you show up, if you show up in a place of authenticity and integrity and joy and harmony and love, and you show up in your personal courageous power, and some of us have been superpowered through these past few years. And if you show up knowing that somehow things work out, even if you don't understand all of the nuances and ways that that can happen, you still believe, and you have trust, and you have earned that connection by being still, you'll emerge to great, great things in your life. And when we let go of how we believe it should be and we allow it to unfold in the greatest of divine unfoldments, this is when we know we are truly in tune with something bigger and greater, because things show up for you. Even your dreams or your prayers or your wishes of years gone by may pop up and manifest right before you when you least expect it. Something you talked about years ago that you wanted to do or accomplish may come full circle. So here we are. We've closed 2021. We are in the second month already of 2022. On the February 2nd day of powerful 2-2 alignment of divinity energy, in the onset of the Chinese New Year, in the power of a new moon and new beginnings. So do you choose? Do you choose to feel invigorated? Choose to feel that you want to be aligned in this energy of divinity? Or do you still want to hang on to your old ways? And how has that been working for you? Are you ready to step in? Step in with the power of love, fueling everything that you desire, everything you choose to create, not reactiveness or fear or knee-jerk reaction based on what you've created thus far and now is being broken or segmented because things are changing and it can't stay the way you imagined it would be. So are you just reacting to that? Are you just in an observatory pattern, seeing it unfold around you, recognizing change, choosing not to feel fearful, knowing that there's a bigger plan ahead? And then are you sitting in your stillness and saying, as things change, I choose to see it differently and I choose to create something in a way that fulfills me, that is harmonious, that is beneficial to me and others, and will bring me to a sense of oneness and love? You can choose to create with love. You can choose to align with the divine, or you can just run around reactive to everything that's going on. And that in itself is exhausting. So tonight, we're tuning into some divine guidance. We're dialing up to your guides, to your angels. We're going to reach up to the heavens and see who's there for us. We're going to get the guidance that we need because we are powerful beings. We are never alone. And together, we can create. We're answering your questions at 888-565-1470. And if the phone lines are busy, don't give up. Maybe hang up. But try again. We're going to be with you from 6 to 8 p.m. And for my friends at WHFS, we're hanging with you to 7 p.m. And I hope you continue to listen either on your YouTube channel, your Sarah Spiritual, or your channel for Facebook of Sarah Spiritual, or pop on over to the sarahspiritual.com website. Catch the show there. Or pop on to iHeart, hang with WWNN, and continue to listen because tonight's the night. Answering your questions, getting divine guidance, and in the 7 o'clock hour, we've got an astrology report that I know will knock your socks off because, yes, Mercury is soon to be direct. No more retrograde for us. And we're moving forward, everyone, right here on WHFS and on WWNN. Right here in South Florida, we are answering questions nationally. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We will be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages on WHFS. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful hour of life's questions and spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 7 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WHFS and live on WWNN. We're joining us from 6 to 8 p.m., 6 to 7 of my friends for WHFS, and we're answering questions, 888-565-1470, life's biggest questions. We're seeking divine guidance tonight, and in the 7 o'clock hour, we've got a little bit of an astrology update for all of you. I've got to go to the phone lines, and for my friends who are on Facebook, my friends on YouTube, leave your question in the feed, and we will be answering those questions as well. Share the page, share the light. We've got some great things coming up in our wonderful community. This Monday night, we've got a fabulous energy of a energetic clearing and how to shift your energy and clear energy. So if you're looking to learn how to spiritually protect and clear your energy, this is the time for us. We have that class on the 7th, February 7th, and the cost is only $13. So we do hope you join us for that powerful class. In the following week, on the full moon, I want to say blue moon, full moon, but it's not quite blue, but I hear that song in my head. Blue moon, well, I've got a moon. And that moon is the time for us to heal and release and let it go. We've got a ceremony on the 15th. That's the day after your Valentine's Day. Sure hope you join us live. Cost is only $11. So go to sarahspiritual.com. You can register for those classes and be on the lookout. We've got a lot more classes coming. We're going to go to the phone lines, and we have to go to New York. I heard they had a little bit of a tough time in the cold winter, but we've got Sarah on the line. Sarah is in New York. How are you doing tonight, Sarah?
Hello, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, Sarah, and how can I assist you tonight? What's your divine question for us?
Okay, well, this one. So I had a really bad vertigo attack over the weekend.
Yes.
That's still kind of like affecting me, but not as bad. And I just wanted to know if it was really vertigo or if it was something else.
Well, I am not a doctor. I cannot diagnose. So now that I said that, we clear that out of the way for my blanket statement. But I'm going to tell you energetically, the first minute you said I experienced vertigo, I really feel like it was a clash of energy. I feel like it's a transformational bit of energy. I feel like there's some energy we kind of picked up, wasn't in agreement with you, and it kind of created this off-balance energy. And this went on for a few days, yes?
Yes.
And it's starting to dissipate now. It's just every once in a while you feel a little woozy. Is that true?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. It will begin to dissipate a bit more. Do something to clear, cleanse your energy. You're a great candidate for energetic clearing and cleansing that we're going to be covering, because you need to clear that energy and keep your vibration up. Something kind of hooked into the vibration. Try to lower your vibration. And in the meantime, you've been doing really well, moving forward, creating new energetic blueprints of ideas of what you want, and you've been setting your intentions and you're moving forward. My guides tell me that you're kind of feeling really good in the month of January, like you had a plan, and all of a sudden this kind of threw you. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
And
right on target.
I see a movement this year in the energy of your kind of creating a networking base so that we can advance and strategize, so we can move forward in career. We're making some moves to kind of network in career. This is something that happens for you this year. So there's movement there, financial movement for you, and this will be very beneficial. And then 2023 provides you with a nice solid foundation for your finances. So you're working up that way in the direction of your security.
That's great.
Wonderful, honey. This will pass, and I do suggest if you can access something on my website, we have some baths that you can take to clear your energy, break and remove, some reversing, Archangel Michael. These all kind of help with keeping the energy solid and clear. In the meantime, get yourself some Epsom salt, throw it in a bathtub, and soak yourself. This will also help kind of rebalance your body.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah, for calling. God bless you. Happy New Year.
You too.
Bye.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, indeed. We are going to have a Happy New Year. We're not going to let any craziness slow us up. Absolutely not. We're going back to the phone lines, 888-565-1470. I'm going to go to Hope. She also is in New York. Hope has been following the show for quite a while. Hope, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great, and you, thanks for asking.
I'm doing well, thank you, and Happy New Year to you as well. And this is a very important time.
And happy birthday, too.
And happy birthday, too. That's right. You just had a birthday, and
Yes.
it's a really good time for you. And I really feel like as you look at your finances, my guides tell me at times it's been tight, it's been a little rough, but this is a year where you can kind of take a nice deep breath. There's a nice flow to it. Things don't feel hard or struggled. I also feel that the body is going to have some strength this year. Again, last year, I feel like we were a little weak in the body and we were kind of going through some difficulties. Now we're on the upswing, the mend, as they tell me. And, well, you know, you're strong. You're a strong individual. My guides also tell me, they make me very much aware, Hope. The Spirit brings into me your visions, your ability to see in your dreams, yes? So they make me aware of your ability to kind of capture information in the dream state. And I feel like you're one of those people who's been having some very busy dreams, dreaming things, getting clips of things. You're remembering your dreams, Hope?
Yes, and only part.
Only parts. And they're very busy and kind of like eclectic, just all different bits and pieces of things that have happened. Yes. And it's also the time when your guides, your angels, they talk to you, Hope, during this time. And in this time when they're talking to you, Hope, I want you to just know that you're always being led and guided in the dream state. And so when you wake up, first words out of your mouth, thank you. Thank you for the information. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the breath of life. These are the things that will continue to flow for you, especially as you come from a place of gratitude. And, you know, it's your birthday.
Yes.
And so it's another year on the planet that we've accomplished. Check it off, right? Yes. And this was a big one. This year ends with a 0. So you're like, whoa, Nelly. Like, how'd that happen? How'd I know that, girl? I did the math real quick in my head, and I was like, wow. So, you know, you're getting up there, right? So we're adding 0, and we're like, wow. But look how young you feel. Look how much you can still do, how accomplished you are, and how the work that you do makes a difference for people.
Yes.
And so because you come from a place of service, you come from a place of love, Hope, they're showing me that you will always be fueled with the energy necessary to continue doing that.
Yes.
So I hope it's going to be a great birthday year. I see showers of love and affection coming to you as well. So Cupid's arrow is definitely out. So put on your best lipstick when you go out grocery shopping and let Cupid's arrow just kind of pierce someone in the fruit aisle. As long as he's not a fruit, we're doing okay. But I see that beautiful energy around you. So it's going to be a good 0 year for you. And we're very happy that you called us again. Thank you so much, Hope.
Yes, I'm not leaving you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we'll be back in New York to visit you all soon and do another event. I feel it coming. I know everyone's itching to get me back out there. So we're looking forward to come back to New York soon.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Hope. All right.
Yes, and those songs, I wish you had them on tapes. I would buy it.
Well, we do have some of those songs. We have them on our website. You can get some of the songs there. There's a light. That's
one
there.
And the first one that you sing.
Yeah, that we have that. And do you know me?
Yes.
Do I know you?
Yes,
I think we met before.
I have to get them.
Yeah.
I have to get them.
They're available on the website, and we're supposed to be putting up some more songs because we've written so many fabulous songs over time. So look for that. I know my guides are like, yes, let's just make a whole downloadable CD and you guys can have them all. You know what you would love to get, Hope? You've got I believe it's available on the website. So now, of course, everyone who works on my website is like going, oh, God, what is she going to say? I think you can buy the 2022 messages from the New Year's kit. I think it's sold separately. If not, everyone who does website work for me, scramble. We need to get it up. But on there, we have some of my number one songs. Do You Know Me? There's a Light. The song I've Gotta Get Used To. The Fact That You're Gone Now. That's there. And we also have The World Is Changing. So you see if you can find that online. We'll connect with you and we'll make sure that you are able to get that and we'll send it out to you.
Right.
All right, Hope. Thank you so much for following us. We greatly appreciate it.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. Yes, we've got our Sarah Spiritual music available, and we're looking forward to, once again, going back to some of our lives where we're at the piano and we're creating music live for each one of you so that we can grow together and let Spirit kind of talk and create a new flow. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to come right back to the phone lines and visit our friends on Facebook, our friends on YouTube. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my
Have you heard me?
voice?
Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on WHFS and on WWNN. And we're going to go back to the phone lines. I've got Felicia. She's in Lake Worth. Felicia, how are you tonight?
Hi.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
I'm great. Have we called the radio show before?
No, this is my first time.
Great. Well, we welcome you. I almost said, have you called the center before? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not at the center. I'm not at my place in West Palm. I'm live in Boca, broadcasting to all of you. Felicia, welcome to the show. So glad to make this connection. Let me just kind of give you some instant guidance from Spirit right off the bat before we get to your question. I want you to step into this new beginning knowing that you've cleared out a lot of disharmony from the past 2 years. If you look back at 2020, 2021, they were a little difficult, challenging for you. Besides the drama of the world, you were going through your own adjustments as well. Is this true?
Yes.
And as you've been through this, you've passed through this, and now we are on this clean playing field. And my guides tell me that it's time for you to step into your power and kind of claim your healthy boundaries and understand what is going to make you feel important. And it's a love time for you, self-love, self-care, but also creating loving connections and relationships around you. What is your question for me tonight?
Well, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to know what my love life is going to be looking like. I'm not getting any younger, and I haven't settled down really.
No, you
I've had-
haven't.
yeah.
Mhm. And when I go back in time, and I'm going to take you back to, I actually have to go back to 2013, 2014 for you. This was another time of some change. Were we breaking up, or was something was a little difficult, challenging in a relationship at that time for you?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it was.
Yes. So when I look at that energy, they make me feel like you've cleared up a lot of that. And that was just a very difficult time for you. And it kind of, I don't know, it kind of set you back in letting people in and trusting people. And so you keep attracting people, but it's not clicking for you yet. So this is the love year. This is the year where I see partnership, connection. I feel like we may kiss a fish or two before we get to the right fish, the right one. There's plenty of fish in the sea. But when I look at the energy, it's really about loving yourself, changing the vision of what you want in partnership. You've learned so much about yourself. You have learned a tremendous thing or two about people. And so you're learning to recognize what works for you and what doesn't. No, you're not getting any younger, as you say. And, you're in this time where you're looking at life and saying, I haven't accomplished what I wanted to. I thought I would be here at this point in my life. Why am I not where I thought I would be? It's evolving beautifully. And I know that these next 2 years are going to be promising, not just for love and partnership, but also for success, because I see like there's some ideas of business and adventures that you'd like to create. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So it's all there for you. Just trust the process and make a list of what your qualities are that you'd like in your partner and carry it with you and write it on a piece of paper. Don't put it in your phone, and put about 100 qualities. And every day when you walk out the door, say, I don't know where, I don't know when, but today's the day true love comes my way. And it's going to come to you with ease and grace and organically, Felicia. You've put out a lot. You've done a lot for people. You're very kind. And now it's time for you to put yourself first. It's not selfish. It's okay to look out for you. I hope we've been of service to you, and this has been a good
you.
experience for you.
Yes, it was wonderful. Thanks.
Thank you. How did you hear about the show?
A friend of mine told me, she sent me a screenshot of your 6 to 8 p.m.
Great.
call, and so I said, okay, I'll do it.
Well, thank your friend for me, and welcome to our family. We hope you continue to follow us every Wednesday night from 6 to 8. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right, bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 888-565-1470. And I'm going to go to Connecticut. I've got Eleanor on the line. Eleanor, how are you?
Hello, Sarah. Thank you.
Good to connect with you, my dear. And you're trying to make plans for work and kind of creating a new shift in your financial picture. Is this true?
Yes, and leaving my hometown.
And change is coming for you, all right? It is a time for you to lay down the groundwork for your career, for your work, for your new life. But it's really about making wise next steps, financially wise, and things that are going to catapult you to something different, new, and better. I'm also made aware of your belief in your connection in the angels. You talk to your angels, please, because there's a lot of angels around you.
Yes, often I do.
Yes. And I'm also made aware of this beautiful picture. Do you have a sister, please?
No, I don't have a sister.
Okay.
I have a best friend that passed on.
Okay, thank you. So I'm made aware of a picture that is someone who is like a sister to you, that sister-like energy, and you have a picture of the two of you together. Is this true?
Yes, it's on my mirror.
Okay, and so she's showing me this picture. She's making me aware of this. To her, you are her sister, and she makes me feel that she's with you. She hears you. You talk to her. There's so many things that you would be doing with her at this time, and that she left you too soon and unexpectedly. Is this true, honey?
Yes.
Okay.
Very true.
She wants you to know that she is with you. She sends you much love. And every time you look at that picture, she's looking back at you. I want you to know that she's very, very close to you. And I know that we spend much time feeling sorrow and loss for her, but know that she's always going to be in your heart. What is your question about your move for us, please, before we go?
Thank you so much for that message. And the question about the move is, I'm not just sure if I should move to another city or try moving out of state.
Well, how big do you want to go, honey? I mean, think big. How big a change do you want? Now, for you, you kind of like adventure and you like to see new things. But then there's a part of you that feels comfortable in familiarity. So you're wrestling with the inner parts of you, and there's a security base for you. So my guides tell me to tell you, wherever you want to go, seek work in a different city, seek work in a different state, put it out there, and ask the universe to open the doors for you. You will do magnificently in a completely different state, because you're ready for new adventure. And I feel like you feel the energy around you where you live is stagnant, and that's part of the holdup of life not moving on for you. Is that true? The environment is not conducive to what you want to create.
Yes, correct.
Then pack it up, girl. You're out. All right,
Find
a place you really would love to go. Head on down to Florida, come somewhere, but we are encouraging you to think outside the box and the confines of what you're familiar with, even if you leave Connecticut and maybe you go to, I don't know, maybe you go to New Jersey. I mean, you don't have to come all the way down to Florida. You can go far enough away for a new environment without really being that far away from what is familiar and makes you feel safe. But this is your time, your turn, and it's a great opportunity for you to grow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Eleanor, how did you hear about the show?
A friend of mine from Connecticut, she says that she actually met you in person. Her name is Amanda.
Yes.
But she had family in Florida as well, but she's up in here in Connecticut with me.
Yes, I know Amanda well, yes. So, welcome to our family. And we hope you continue to listen and share in the experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and I have Leonie on the line. Leonie, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm doing great. We're having a fabulous time with all of you right here on WHFS and on WWNN. So how did you hear about the show?
Well, I happened to be listening one night. I was coming home from work, but I called in a little bit too late. You were just packing up. So I decided to make sure I caught you this evening.
Well, thank you. I'm glad the phone lines cleared for you and you were able to get your call in. We've got a lot of callers that call. So I'm going to take a look at where we are now, because you are at this fabulous place of stepping into your soul, who you've come to be. Like, you want to be driven, a woman on a mission. You want to make a difference. You want people to remember who you are because you want to shift consciousness of people around you. Does this make sense to you?
It does. I just opened my practice, defying all the odds of Mercury Retrograde.
Oh, yes.
I signed my contract in November. I opened in December after major surgery. And so I do alternative medicine and other forms of healing.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure that I'm on the right path.
You are on the path. You are in the energy of creating your legacy, making a difference, being of service to all. This is what we came out with and said. You are in alignment with your soul. This is your time to rise above it all. And yes, so we had a few little bumps along the way. It was all getting you strong and ready for you to stand into your true, authentic self, hold the vision, hold the power that you have, and allow the universe to co-create for you. While you were not able to, the universe was continually putting pieces together behind the scenes. And now, as you move yourself forward with your practice, you're going to see great movement forward. I see you kind of creating a sacred space for people to heal and to reclaim their power, and to realize that the body has the power to heal itself, and that Mother Nature has so much available for us to assist us on the journey. Does that make sense to you?
It does make sense.
Yes.
But if I may ask
Yes.
one more thing, I am in a bit of a pull
Pickle.
and push.
Yes, it's a pickle.
Pickle is the right word. Of choice. One is very consistent, but we just can't get along.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, we get along great, but I don't feel that they're ready.
Yes, and so that would be a pickle, right? What's that song? Torn between two lovers, feeling like
There
a
you
fool.
go. There you
Loving
go.
both
Exactly.
of them is breaking
And I'm
all
scared
the
to choose
rules.
because I don't want to make the wrong choice.
Then don't choose. Then let the universe work it out for you. Just be still. See what people show you. And I will tell you this. Another will come that will make both of them look like, what was I thinking? So,
Oh, wow.
All right. So, you know, what's that song? I'm Woman, Hear Me Roar. You know, your power, your energy is going to attract and magnetize an even different vibrational person to be a partner for you. These people are a closing up of karmic energy, healing for both of you, you and both of them on different levels. And someone who isn't available at this time may never be available because they are afraid of commitment, and that is that person's story. So ride the wave, see where you land. I think your deserted island's going to have something magnificent waiting for you. All right?
I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, and thank you for calling and remembering me on your car ride home and picking up the phone, and we hope to hear from you again.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too. God bless your practice. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, everyone, we're going to close out from our first hour. So WHFS, we sure hope you continue to listen on WWNN on the iHeart Radio app, or listen to us at sarahspiritual.com or Facebook or YouTube for Sarah Spiritual. Thank you, everyone, for this first hour. Don't go anywhere. We've got an astrology report to blow your socks off. We're coming into the 7 o'clock hour, back to the phone lines, onto Facebook and YouTube for your questions. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
The brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station.
Same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have, I can get you incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices. Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions and to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
Yes, indeed. We are back here live on WWNN. Thank you to everyone on WHFS. We sure hope you popped on over for our second hour, because in this hour, we are jam-packed. More questions, more answers. We're talking to Spirit. We're talking to your guides, and we're going to be talking to your friends on Facebook, answering your questions. So my Facebook and YouTube friends, please be sure to give us your questions. We will get to you. But first, we've got to go drilling down to a very special area. We have the beginning of the month, and at the beginning of every month, we take a little bit of a astrology report, and we need to see what's going on in the stars. Destiny in the stars. We've got Stacie on the line, and Stacie's going to be sharing with us what's going on planetarily. And happy Chinese New Year, Stacie. How are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm doing well. Happy Tiger Lunar New Year to you, too.
Absolutely. It is the water tiger, so that's going to be interesting. And we have our wonderful new moon energy. And tell me when it ends, please, Stacie. When does Mercury retrograde end, please?
Well, I'm glad you're bringing this up so we could start off with some good news.
Yes.
The Mercury retrograde is over tomorrow night on the East Coast at 11:13. But what's even better, Sarah, is all the planets. Once Mercury is direct, everything will be direct.
Oh, thank God.
So we all have a relief, and we'll be able to pick up the momentum to start moving forward. So, yes, thank God Mercury is going direct tomorrow, and then everything will allow us to move forward.
So let me ask you a real quick question with that, Stacie, for people who may not understand what it means, and to even to give myself more clarity. So Mercury is going to be done tomorrow, and then we have the beauty of all the planets direct. Does that mean we have a lot of support from the planets, that nothing's creating resistance for our plans to move forward at this time? What does the planets are all direct really mean for us?
It means the energy is there for us to move forward. Because when it's in retrograde, it just is causing us to look inside, to reassess, to look backwards, so we could determine how to move forward when it goes direct. So it really is a time where all the thinking and the looking back that we did during the retrograde, like Venus is now direct. In the last couple of months, Venus was tripping us up a little bit, making us think about our love relationships. But with all the planets going forward, it allows us to move forward. We're finished with our reflections, and it's giving us momentum to make the changes that we've assessed.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that clarity. So what do we have coming up for everybody in this new month with this new moon and the planets direct? How are things looking for the collective consciousness, and how is it looking for individuals?
Well, I love that you said collective consciousness, because this new moon that happens, well, depending on where you live in the country, either Monday or Tuesday, it is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about the collective conscious. It's the sign of truth, science, looking forward, friends, the greater good. So this new moon in Aquarius also has the energy of looking forward and what we could do. The new moon is an opportunity for us to take fresh eyes on old patterns. It's the blank. I love to think of a new moon as the cosmic vision board that is ready for you to fill it up with your intentions. So that, coupled with all the planets direct, is pushing us to move forward. So I thought we'd take a look at where it's hitting everybody, depending on what your sign is.
Yes, please. I can't wait to hear what's going on.
Okay. Now, as I usually say, pay attention to your sun sign, but if you know your rising sign, listen to that too, because that might resonate well with you. So we'll start with the first sign, Aries. Now, this new moon is in your house of wishes and goals. So it's really a time for my Aries friends to clarify your long-term goals. Think about community and make plans with your friends to move forward. My Taurus friends, this is sitting in your house of career. So this is a whole new cycle, Taurus. Think of the big picture that you've been dreaming of in your career. It's a time that it could come true. So get ready to get out of your comfort zone. In Gemini, this is falling in your house of new adventures. So get out of your routine. Make travel plans, of course, healthy travel plans, but get moving and let your intuition guide you as to where you're going to explore a new horizon. Now, Cancer, this is a very intuitive time for you. You really need to listen to your gut. The moon is shining here in your very closest relationship, so you may go deeper with an existing relationship, or you might get out and find someone new. Now, Leo, this moon is sitting in your house of partnerships, business partnerships, romantic partnerships. So look at who you're partnering with and solidify a shared goal, a commitment, or maybe there's a new relationship coming in for you, Leo. Now, Virgos, this is about your daily routines. Focus on your habits, your well-being. Put a new exercise plan in if that's where you need to be. But this moon wants you to take a look at your everyday life and how to improve that for you. Now, my Libra friends, this is in your house of romance and self-expression. So, Librans, you will have more confidence now. So those things that you've been thinking about, your intentions that you've been dreaming about, you'll have the confidence with this moon to make your plans and to actually move forward on it, because you could achieve your intentions. Now, Scorpions, this is sitting in your house of your home life, what makes you feel secure. So look to spend time in that energy. Spend time with people who feel like family to you. If it's not your family, it's your greater family. And Sagittarians, it's in your house of communications. You have the energy to get things started, Sag. Reach out to friends. Reach out in any way with communications to your local community and your neighborhood. For Capricorns, it's about money and values and your aspirations. Capricorns, this is a great time to make that push to make some more money as long as it aligns with your values. And then put those tangible goals in place. That could happen for you. Now, Aquarius, happy birthday. This is a time to define and pursue your goals. This is about how you're perceived in the world, and it's a time for you to step into your personal power. And Pisces, this is about spirituality for you with this new moon. It's a time to reflect, to meditate, to go inward. It's a good time to heal those old wounds so you could move forward. And then again, all the planets are there, the energy for us to build the momentum. So watch your intentions. Build that cosmic vision board, because this is a powerful new moon and the energies are there to help us make them come real.
Well, it sounds like a really powerful time for just about everybody. So I get the sense if you have a dream and you have a vision, now's the time to set intentions, be still with it, and then take some action and then pick up on the momentum of the universe to kind of take you exactly where you need to be next in relationships and career and money and spirituality. It sounds like everybody's going inward and doing a little more work so that they can move outward and take action. So it sounds like we're going to be good for February, right? Please say yes, Stacie.
Yes. We have the positive momentum. I think the time, for so long, we've all felt that retrograde feeling of the reflection, of looking inside. We're all tired of looking inside already, right?
Yes.
So it's so welcoming that the energy of Aquarius doesn't want to look back. Aquarius is new, it's visionary, it's forward-thinking. So having that energy behind us, yes, Sarah, is pushing us to move forward. That doesn't mean it's going to be an easy year like you have been saying, but it gives us the breath and the confidence to be able to move forward and speak to our own truth in our journey.
And wouldn't you say, Stacie, as a collective and a lot of the individual signs, we've all been tested and we've all kind of developed a thicker skin. We've become more courageous, and we are learning not to sweat some of the small and not so small stuff because we know we have to carry on.
Absolutely. I think we've all learned that. And it's interesting, as you were saying that, I'm thinking about our natal charts. So we all come in with challenges to overcome in this life. And when we go through these times, it highlights what we need to learn in our own personal journeys. And then we have to remember that the energies are there rooting us on and pushing us to be better, even though we know we have to balance out those energies in our life.
Right. So even the challenges, there's a plan. There's always a plan. The divine is always working. That's why tonight we're seeking divine guidance, because there's an answer to every question. There's a reason for every happening, and every connection is significant, even the uncomfortable ones. And for those of you who want to know a little bit more of your astrology and want to know where your stars are placed and how all of these changes in the planets impact you, then you do want to reach out to Stacie at destinyinthestars.com. For those of you on Facebook and YouTube, we've got the information up. Otherwise, just remember destinyinthestars.com with Stacie Holler, and she can do your natal chart and give you some insight as to what this year and really why you're here on the planet, and give you some guidance as to how to navigate what your challenges may be. Because as she said, we've all got challenges. And you know what, Stacie? Challenges help us with character building experiences. So how much character do you have, Stacie?
Oh, I got tons and tons of character. Yeah. How about you?
I got a lot. So I'm sure a lot of our listeners do. We have our badge of honor of we've got challenges and we've got great character because of it. Thank you so much, Stacie, for joining us on the beginning of the month on WWNN and sharing with our listeners on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're really glad to have you here with us, and God bless you and keep up the good work. And everyone, reach out to Stacie. Now's the time to really delve into your astrological chart. And hey, come on, Aquarians, it's really time for you to take a good look at that chart because it's your birthday year. So we want to get you cracking. Thank you so much, Stacie.
Thank you for having me, Sarah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're coming back for Facebook. We've got callers on hold that we've got to get to, so stay with us, everyone. If you're on hold, please don't hang up. because we're coming, and we will be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, indeed. We are live here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 FM, and 96.9. We are answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. And this is the place where we get our divine guidance, and this is where we have great conversations. Thanks for Stacie joining us and sharing the astrology of our wonderful month of February. And our friends on Facebook, we're going to get to you in just a moment. I've got to go to a call, and it would be with Steve in Broward County. Steve, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Did you hear Stacie's report? Sounds like Leo's got some stuff going on coming up here. We got love energy around you here. So there's some interesting energy coming around in relationships and emotions. And for you, as I've been telling you, it's a great opening for you spiritually this time. And it's also in new possibilities for finances to come your way in a different way. We've been talking about this for a while, Steve. What is your question for us?
Your monologue at the beginning of the program hit me right where it hurts, because everything that you've already predicted has been coming in droves these last few weeks. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And, I just want to know what the Spirit want me to do, because, there's some things I now know that there's something beyond this life that we live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do I know what you mean, honey? Oh, good Lord. Yes.
And I'm encountering, all kinds of stuff, and I just want to know what the Spirit want me to do.
Well, we want you to be still in it and accept it and embrace it and recognize that you're a speck of dust that's powerful in a vast universe, and you are infinite just like the vastness of the universe, and you can create, do, and be anything. And they're showing you the most bizarre, unusual things out there in the universe so that you understand that you're not alone, you're totally supported, and there's frequencies, and some have a better frequency than others. So in the moments where things feel a little, a little off in a frequency session, when you're connecting and you're seeing different things, just okay, all right, you know what? Good to know that's out there, but that's not part of what I'm creating for myself. I want things of high vibrations and beautiful vibrations. And, my guys are like, E.T. phone home. Yeah, E.T. phone home, right? So it's that time for you to just embrace. And they don't want you to do anything with it. Just allow it. Organically, something's going to come, whether you start to document some of this and it becomes a platform for speaking, teaching, growing. It's coming for you. It's just, we talked, you have to go through the period of stillness and what feels like stagnation, and almost as if God has forsaken you. And many of us have been there, and anyone listening, if you are in that spot of feeling alone, feeling unsupported, not feeling financially secure, things not going the way you'd like them to or the way you anticipate, or just things just not coming together at all. In any of these experiences that you go through, you have to remember there's a greater plan working behind the scenes. And it's in this awkward, empty feeling that you have to remember you're not alone. And they're giving you a wake-up call, and honestly, Steve, you're just waking up. You're really like, you've been asleep like your whole life, Steve. And now you've been past few years, you're waking up going, holy crow, really are angels. There really are beings on the other side. There's really stuff going on. There's really energy. Like, I can close my eyes and I can see a whole nother piece of the galaxy that I didn't even know existed. And I don't even know what the heck I'm seeing, but I'm seeing. So it's all there, right? And the vastness, and you are becoming one with all the vastness. And I really feel, this sounds kind of crazy, but I really feel that they're preparing you for your role in the world, in the spiritual movement and the energy that is going to make a difference for mankind. From a guy who was in showbiz, doing your routines and doing your stuff, they are preparing you for what's to come. And you had to sit and just be humbled and surrender and have all this still time and almost hit a level of humility that was so unfamiliar to you because you realize you have no control.
Right. By the way, my significant other and I, we just passed our 9th anniversary, and that's very long for me. So I don't know where we're going or where we're headed either. So.
Well, it is a time for love for Leo, but that doesn't mean we want you out window shopping, okay?
Okay, all right.
Just hold the energy. You two have been good for each other for where you were and where you've been and for the moment where you are. And I believe that you will have an opportunity to grow together to these new levels. And when the growth stops in this relationship, then I'm sure the universe will put you in the perfect place should there not be a growth spurt where the two of you are in this synergistic connection. But for right now, you both are exactly where you need to be for each other. And you've helped each other in so many ways. And so just be committed to the intention of being in the energy of love, appreciation, and gratitude. And from that place of love, everything that unfolds will unfold divinely. And there will be nothing to have regrets about if something should end. But this moment, I see that you're going to persevere. You've put up with each other this long, so you're kind of like an old couple, just squabbling over little things, but you still manage to get through it.
Well, like I say, when I never called, I'm out here listening. So I'm always listening.
Thank you. And I don't know what show it is. I think it's 622, and I think you only missed one out of 622, and I know you caught it on the replay. So thank you so much for always listening, Steve. And we're coming up on our 13-year anniversary of being on national radio, and I appreciate that you've been there for the whole thing. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye for now. 888-565-1470. I promise. I got to get to my friends on Facebook. They've been hanging on. They've been like, Facebook, what's happening? I think Facebook had an interruption at one point. It's just Facebook. What can I tell you? Nesh Donaldson says, hey, do I see you conceiving this year? This may require medical assistance. I do feel that I see conception, and I do feel that we may need a little help from our medical community. Just to ensure the results we want in the time that we want so that we fulfill our desire to have a child. And this is something that I lean towards the August time. So I feel like things are really, I don't know, maybe even in the oven by August. But we are creating new life, and that is there for you, Nesh Donaldson. So trust that, and life is always going to be beautiful. And Nesh Donaldson, another Leo, so one day after Steve's birthday. So interesting, my Leos are popping up with their questions. Nesh Donaldson, we hold the vision for your dreams to be fulfilled for a child, and we do see a little help from our medical friends will be advisable. Thanks so much for your question on Facebook. Who else do we have on our Facebook page, our YouTube page? Manor is on our Facebook page. How will 2022 go for me? Well, Manor, I got to tell you that you've been through a lot of changes, a series of some bumps and twists. 2022 is kind of a much better smooth landing for you. It is the time for you to stand in the energy of this fabulous transformation of closing out doors of things that no longer serve you. So some of the bumps may continue for a little bit, and then you feel like you're on a smooth playing field, and 2022 will bring about the changes necessary for you to have the life that you want to live. Pay attention to romantic energy. Pay attention to what may be working in romantic energy and then what isn't. And be true to yourself in what you want in your romantic life. My guides are telling me that we want to make sure romance is set up perfectly for the end of 2022. So if there's someone we're thinking we might need to kick to the curb, it might be time to disentangle from that relationship. Give thought and consideration to that. Follow your heart. Thanks so much, Manor, for your participation on our Sarah Spiritual page on Facebook. Who else do we have on our Facebook page and our YouTube page? Kimberly Griffith. She says, hey, Sarah, it's Kimberly. Stepping into a medical intuitive gift this year. Please and thank you. I do feel that this will be very beneficial for you, and I feel like you already have a sense of reading people's energy, understanding what's going on with them physically, and holding in the energy of what needs to change and recognizing that and offering them the guidance. And so understanding that a little bit more and becoming more attuned to the intuition behind being a medical intuitive is really important for you. I see great success for you, Kimberly, and I feel like June is a time where we might be doing a specific study program or participating in something a little more rigorous to perfect your skills. Thanks so much, Kimberly Griffith, for following us on our Facebook page. Who else do we have on our Facebook page or our YouTube page? We're going to pop on over. Let's see who we've got here. Yeah, we'll take another one. All right, we don't have another one up on the page, so continue to leave your questions for us, and we'll pop back with that in just a moment. I'm going to go back to the phone lines. I've got Margaret. Margaret's in Deerfield. She's been hanging on for a while. Thank you so much, Margaret, for hanging on. How are you tonight?
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I've been down and had physical problems and seeing what the future has for me. I'm interested in.
Yes, Margaret, I feel like it has been an interesting 2021 into 2022. So this has been a bulk of some difficulty in the physical body. Yes, please, for you, Margaret?
Yes.
And I'm also seeing financially you're getting a little nervous, right? You're a little worried about your finances.
Yeah, a little bit, but mostly my health and my family, my 2 children.
Yes. So in this 2022 year, we get stronger. We get on a better board of health. I feel like we've kind of developed a new program or protocol to help you. Is this true, please?
Yes.
Okay. So this is going to be building greater. What are your children's birthdays, please?
One is, my daughter is 1954. She's November 22, 1956. I'm sorry.
Okay. And your son?
He's 2. He's February 1, 1960.
So he just had a birthday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Okay. So he, too, is going to go through a series of changes this year, kind of making a change, something having to do with finances and money. Is he trying to make a move of something financial for himself that you know of? Okay, so this is a good time for him to make those changes. And he wants to be at the forefront of initiating these changes rather than things kind of happen around him. So he wants to be proactive is the word they give me on this. A good soul, sometimes he overthinks things, and this is why we have to encourage him to just pick a side, make a choice, and keep it moving. So good, solid individual. Daughter's energy, your daughter, too, is going through her personal changes, but they're all meant to lead her into balance and order for her. She was having a little difficulty in her physical health this year, please.
Yes,
her
she's
health,
having a problem right now.
Yeah, so her health seems out of whack to me, a little bit out of balance. I'm made aware that she needs to take some proactive measures for this, something that may need to be consistently monitored for a period of time, and then she should be able to bounce back. I feel like when we look into the latter half of 2022 for her, she's in a better health, stronger. And I'm also feeling that she's feeling a little, I guess the word is anxiety or separated. So I feel like the past few years have been difficult for her emotionally.
Yes.
Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does. But you see something good as far as her health as time goes on?
As time goes on, she's just got to follow something. They're going to have to monitor. They're going to have to do whatever protocol treatment they've got to
She's having the treatment now.
Okay. So whatever the protocol treatment is, she has to follow through with that, and then she can bounce back. And in the latter half, she'll be much stronger. And this too shall pass, my guides tell me.
Yes, because she's got a very good outlook, and she's a very positive thinker, and she sees herself going forward.
She does. And, she has to see herself healed in oneness and in that energy.
Yes.
And Margaret, when you were caring for your children, who was the female? Was your mother present when you were caring for your children, please?
Yes.
Because when I talk to you about your daughter, your mother steps forward as if she was almost like she looked after them or cared for them or was connected
My
to them.
mother-in-law, yeah.
Your mother-in-law, okay.
My husband's mother.
Okay, so she steps forward, a woman who passed in like a mother of you connection, so mother-in-law's connected. And so I see her energy, and she makes me feel your daughter will be all right. She shows me her concern, but she has the knowing that all will work out. And she is looking after your children, even from the other side. She does want you to know that, all right?
Oh, good. That makes me feel better.
Yes, you're not alone, Margaret,
I
for
just
sure.
want to ask you one thing. I'm going for a test tomorrow, a CAT scan for my eyes.
Okay. I wish you were here. I had the word eye written on my paper down here in all my scribble. I'll show it to my camera on my Facebook friends. So, yes, so we are working on the eyes, and,
It's going to be good.
It is. There's a little, what do they want to say? There's something like a little misfiring or degeneration of something going on, but you know what? You're a tough old bird. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Just trust. Just trust, honey. And I don't mean you're old, but it's just like you've been around the block and you've gone through things and you've gone this far, and I see that there's something off there, but I do feel that it's either correctable, manageable, and you will be fine with this, all right?
Good. Thank you
all right.
so
Thank
much.
you so much, Margaret, and I know you listen to the show. I appreciate that greatly.
Yes, it was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. And how did you
I'm going to get back to you again. I listened to the radio and you happened to come on, and I've been listening for weeks and months now, and I tried calling once and didn't get through, but I was patient tonight.
Yes. Thank
and
you for your
anxious.
patience. Yes, I appreciate it. God bless you and your
And
family.
I thank you so much.
My pleasure. All right. God bless you. We'll
Okay.
have the angels with you tomorrow for your eye test. Keep us
Okay,
posted.
thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye for now. 888-565-1470. We're going to go back to the phone lines in just a moment, but we're going to take a brief moment to hear from our sponsors, because then we've got to go all across the nation again. We've got New York, we've got Oregon, we've got Florida. We are going everywhere, everyone, so stay with us. Please don't go away. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. That's me, Sarah Spiritual, on WWNN. We'll be right back.
Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 and 96.9, and we are answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. I'm going to see how many questions we can get through before the end of the show, and I got a feeling I've got to go to Oregon. I've got Terry on the line. Terry, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you. And I see here that you have been working through your share of changes and trying to clear out old so you can step into your new for 2022.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Powerful, positive energy, angels around you, guides around you, working with healing, a lot of work being done around you and with you, yes?
Yes.
All right, tapping in, tuning in. What do your guides and angels want you to know? What's your question?
My question is, I lost a really good friend of mine when I was 19, and I have a twin sister, and we were really good friends with him. His name was Todd. I just want to know if he's okay, if he ever comes around, or if he has anything for me to say.
Okay. So the connection was a friend of yours, twin? Is that the connection?
No, I have a twin sister, and we were really good friends with him.
Okay.
His name was Todd.
Okay. Because I was trying to place the twin sister part of the story
Sorry.
here. That's okay. And his passing was abrupt, they tell me. Yes, please?
Yes, it was.
Very abrupt. Ripped through the community, too, is how they painted to me. Yes, he was very loved by many. Yes, please?
Yes, he
okay.
was.
Very strong personality.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, you guys were like Three Musketeers there for a while. Yes, did we do a lot of things together, please? Because he shows me, the three of you just kind of running off doing things, and there's a freedom that you all felt with him, please. He made you feel free, very like you could be who you were, and uninhibited is the sense he gives me. Okay, and I don't know if he had a very uninhibited personality and he had a very free spirit with him. What is the month?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. He was what?
He was awesome.
Okay.
And I grew up with my grandparents, and they loved him to death. And
he was like a son to them. Yeah.
Yeah, I came to everybody before he did himself in. Unfortunately, we didn't know.
And a great loss to the community again. So, somebody's talking to me about March. What does the month March have to do with him, or your sister, or you? Month of March. What does that have to do with the family? March, birthday, anniversary, please. This is what they're giving me.
I believe it might be his birthday.
Okay. Okay, so that's like a connection here that they give me. They usually give me dates, times, connections to people.
Yes.
So his birthday's in March. So this is so that you know that he's all right. He also makes me feel like he made the rounds in a dream state not too long ago. Did you see him in a dream off in the distance, please?
Possibly, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Probably why I've been thinking about him lately.
Yeah, he's definitely close. And as we get closer to March, perhaps you'll get a little clearer glimpse at him. There's also a feeling, and I don't know how you felt after he passed, but there's like a feeling that you all knew each other, and there was a lot of deja vu moments when he was living that you would have.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Correct.
And when I see these deja vu moments, and I'm made aware of that, they also make me feel as if there's past life connections between the two of you, and there's also a lot of connections that remind you of him time and time again, even throughout all these years, even though that was a long time ago. There's something that'll pop up for him that's almost connected to him that will remind you of him and your connection with your sister and everything.
And it just makes me laugh. He was just so funny.
He was. And he wanted everyone to know that life, here's the crazy thing, he wanted everyone to know life wasn't so serious, and yet he took life very seriously and didn't really feel like he belonged here on the planet. Yes?
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. He was a charm. He was one in a million.
Yes. But the picture that you have of the...
I don't have a picture of him anymore.
Okay.
Oh, the picture of what, in my mind, you mean?
Yeah. The picture that you have of the three of you together, okay, whether it's physical or visual, that picture is how you will always be connected. So don't ever lose sight of that.
I know exactly what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I know exactly what picture he's talking about.
Okay. So that joins, that's why I said the Three Musketeers. This is what joins the two of you together. It is so powerful for you.
Yeah, he is. So,
All right, honey. Thank you for
very
calling.
much,
My
Sarah.
pleasure. And, there's a song that we play here from time to time on the radio. I've got to get used to the fact that you're gone now. I've got to get used to you're not here. And it's really about just recognizing that they're not here, but they're still always connected with you. So know that he's with you.
Find that.
And if it's not available on my website, we have the 2022 messages for the new year. That song and many other songs that will really bring him close to you are available on that. And if you look online at sarahspiritual.com and you don't see it, then believe you me, I'll have everyone working overtime. We'll have it up by tomorrow. All right.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
God
honey.
bless you,
God
Sarah.
bless
Thank
you. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
888-565-1470. If I don't get to you tonight, then you need to call us back next week from 6 to 8 p.m. But at this moment, I've got to go to Shanine. I think I'm saying that correctly, in New York. Shanine, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you, my dear. I got to tell you that you are in this zone of really claiming what you want and your personal power. And this is the year where you decide, hey, I matter, I count, and I've got to make changes that are healthy for me because I'm tired of giving and trying to be the person who's direct and clear and controlling everything to make sure everything's okay. And I'm getting like squat. That about sums up how you're feeling right about now?
Yeah.
Yes. And when I look at that energy, I got to tell you, you're done, girl. You're done. You're done playing with these people. You're done feeling that energy of not feeling supported. Sometimes people want to say you're bossy, you're not bossy. You just know what you know. You know, if we just focus and get it done right, people, we will get it done. So you are trying to revamp yourself, recreate yourself for your work, because I feel like there's some toxicity in work environments, something we're trying to shift in our finances. And so you're just really trying to recalculate your whole entire route and feel that everything you do makes a difference, matters, and that you're surrounded by people who support you and validate you. Is this true?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your question? That was a mouthful, but what's your question?
And thank you. I wanted to ask about my aunt.
Okay. Bear with me a minute here. What's your aunt's name?
Esther.
Esther. Okay. What's your question for me with Esther, please?
Her health and her situation in her house and all of that.
Esther's birthday, please?
December 27, 42.
Okay, so why do I feel like everybody's trying to make it difficult for Esther to just be in peace?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of people involved in something having to do with her house. Yes? Yeah. Or there's family squabble or some kind of disagreement and stuff. And so she's going through her own health crisis is what my guides tell me. And yet people are squabbling over what's who's what, where did her husband pass or something. So there's something about the house and who thinks they're entitled to the house. What's going on?
Well, she's going through her situation. Her husband and her are squabbling over the house. And
there you go.
Exactly what you said.
Okay. That's enough to drive anybody crazy.
Thank you.
And her husband, it's almost like he's trying to push her out of the house so that he has the house, okay?
Yeah.
And he's trying to make her crazy. She's not crazy.
Yes.
And it's kind of a very, and this is difficult to say, I know it's family, but it's kind of a little bit of an abusive relationship. I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but it's almost like he's gaslighting her and kind of creating a different story. He's saying, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened.
Yes.
She's like, no, I haven't lost my mind. And so it's a very toxic thing, but I also feel like somebody's pushing him. I feel like her husband has like people on his side that are trying to tell him to kind of get the leg up so that, because I feel like the house is more hers than his. I don't know if the house was hers originally or something, but there's something about. I'm sorry?
He wants the whole thing. it's half and half, and he wants the whole thing.
He wants the whole thing. Okay. But she has her part, and she's entitled. And so if they're going to go their separate ways, he has to buy her out or something, right? But he just wants her to leave and just give up her power. And you tell her not to give up her power, and that Archangel Michael can protect her in this time. But she needs to watch her health, because I'm feeling something off in the heart area. So she has to watch. This stress is very difficult for her. Has she had a difficulty in her heart, please?
That's something we have to look into, but I would think yes.
Okay. So check into that, because he's making her very unstable and shaky, and so this is difficult for her. And then she's also under doctor's care on some treatment and medication. Is that correct, please?
Yes.
Okay. So we have to watch all of this. It's just a tough place to be, and he's not being very good with this. All right.
No.
How did you hear about the show, Shanine?
I called you before. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for remembering me. I greatly appreciate that. And you're calling into the show. And tell Aunt Esther to hang in and not to sign anything. And make sure that, she gets her just fair. If they have to sell the house, they sell the house, and he can have his share.
Thank you. You just said everything. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Right. So, not knowing the story, Spirit knows the story. We trust Spirit. We trust divine guidance. That's the topic for tonight. And I thank you for your call. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Bye for now. Good night. Bye. 888-565-1470. Yes, indeed. Woo-wee. Let's go to Anna in Milwaukee before we have to close out the show. Anna in Milwaukee, we got just a couple minutes. What's going on, girl? How can I help you? Anna, are you with us?
Sarah, can you hear me?
Now I hear you now, Anna. Thank you so much. Good to connect with you. I see here that we got to get out of the box. We got to stretch. We got to grow. We got to be more creative. We got to get into the zone here. What's your quick question for me before we go?
I got some snakes in the pit, and I don't really know how to identify them, but there's so much going on right now, Sarah, with my house and dating, and I just want to know what is happening. Like, am I all over the place?
No, you're not all over the place. It's just other people are trying to make you feel scattered. Identify where the truth and the lie begin, and this is where we need to step back from the illusions. Nothing's happening at you or to you. It's happening around you. It's not about you. So take a look. I feel like there's theft, there's lies, there's manipulation going on. And I feel like almost everybody that's in your circle is not for you. They're against you. So you do need to separate yourself from them. And you need to spiritually cleanse your house. And I think it's time we do a session, Anna, because we really need to take a deep look in this. In the meantime, before you even have a session with me, get some reversing spray on my website at sarahspiritual.com. Do a little cleanse at your house and smoke out that house, clear the energy, pray the 23rd Psalm to shift that energy. And you ask Archangel Michael, show me where the truth and the lie are, and give me light in the illusions so I can decide what is best for me without other people interfering. I hope this gives you some comfort and guidance for a very brief moment as we get ready to close the show. Thank you so much, Anna, for calling from Milwaukee.
Thank you, Sarah. Have a good night.
Bye for now. Bye. Well, everyone, we are so glad you joined us here on this second day of February. Yes, indeed, the second month of 2022. So glad to be with you, as always, an honor and a pleasure to serve you every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. If you'd like to meet me personally, have a personal session, go to sarahspiritual.com. If you're local to West Palm Beach, visit my Expedito Enlightenment Center. It's all available on the website of Sarah Spiritual. Visit our Facebook and our YouTube page. God bless you all. Stay well. This all shall pass. We will overcome the obstacles. The divine guidance is always available. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answers your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers.